Okay, hi guys. What we have now here is the F900R. Yeah, it's an all-new bike. It's the first update since 2007. Previously, we had the F800R. So this is a totally new bike designed from ground up. And let's look at what are the new key features of this bike. Now, the first part when you notice would be the new headlight. So what we have here is the regular standard headlight. So it's a full LED headlight. In the middle here, this portion, this element, this LED element is the daytime running light. At the bottom is actually the high beam, and at the top is the low beam. Yeah. For India and Malaysia market, we don't have the option of Headlight Pro. So with Headlight Pro, you actually get adaptive cornering headlight. But this one looks pretty good as it is. Yeah. The other thing to notice is the upside down fog. So this is in gold color, obviously, and it's really huge to give the typical roadster dynamic outlook. Yeah. Okay, coming to the side, we have, this is the Sport exclusive variant. It comes in Hockenheim Silver color with racing red body panels as well. So another key new feature is the brand new turn indicators. Yeah, smoke light turn indicators, full LED. Okay, next thing we want to talk about is the engine. So this is actually a totally new engine, not the same as the one that you have in the 850 GS. This engine has about 50 cubic capacity more. Now it's up to 895 cc, and it's producing 10 horsepower more, up to 105 horsepower. But that is not the end of the story. Later, when we talk about this engine in detail in the classroom, I will share with you what are some of the things they have done in the engine to produce this amount of horsepower, and also the amount of usable torque. The amount of usable torque, which will be very beneficial to our customers. Yeah. Okay. The next part we want to talk about is actually the exhaust system. So this bike is Euro 5 compliant. From the front, this is the catalytic converter, and we have an oxygen sensor before the catalytic converter and another oxygen sensor after the catalytic converter. So this will give very precise management due to the strict emission control. Now, how about the silencer? So for this bike, we have a two-stage silencer. So you see a big box here, a rectangle box over here. This is actually not a catalytic converter. The catalytic converter is this part. So this is the first half of the silencer, and then you have the second part of the silencer. So with this two-stage design, it allows the BMW Motorrad engineers to design the second part of the silencer to be a lot shorter. Yeah, a lot shorter. So we make it look really sporty. You can see a bit of the rear brakes and the rear swing arm. Yeah, so we make it look really sexy and sporty. Yeah, instead of having a long exhaust where you will be covering the brake calipers and the swing arm. Okay, over the rear as well, we have LED turn indicators. Now, what I want to emphasize, the other part is the line of this bike. If you come and take a look, this bike from the back here, so the front here is actually very wide, and then the rear is start to slim down. Yeah, the rear is start to slim down. So this gives the bike a very, again, a very dynamic and sporty look, the roadster look. Yeah, from very wide, and then it starts to slim down at the rear. So this is made possible because compared to the 850 GS, we have a slightly different rear bracket over here. Yeah, this is the rear bracket. From here, this is the chassis, the monocoque chassis, and this is the rear bracket. So this rear bracket is different from the 850 GS. It's designed to be slimmer, yeah, and shorter. Okay, this part is called the seat cowl. This is actually a accessory that you can buy for the F800R if you decide to have this part. Yeah, you can buy it. This is the original accessory. Okay, coming to this side of the bike. So this is the sport version, but we didn't include any accessories with the bike, just like the one that you're going to have in India. But you can retrofit Shift Assistant Pro, you can retrofit cruise control, riding modes onto the bike if you wish. We'll talk about how much it costs to do so. This bike also comes with the TFT screen. So similar to the 1250GS, S1000, so this will be standard. And now I just want to sit onto the bike. So with a Roadster, you will get a more sporty sitting position. So you tend to lean forward a little bit more. Yeah, but for those who wants to have a more upright sitting position, so there are also accessories that you can purchase. We have this different handlebar risers, so you can actually raise up the handlebar. Yeah, this is a handlebar riser, so there is a option, original BMW Motorrad option, that you can actually increase the height of the handlebar as well. Okay, coming back to the tank, this is actually a plastic welded tank. Yeah, plastic welded tank. So the benefit of this plastic welded tank is you actually save up to 60%. Yeah, there's a 60% weight reduction compared to an aluminium petrol tank. So plenty of accessories for this bike, even for the seats. Yeah, before I forget, there are actually 5 options that you can choose, so that you will always get, you know, there are a lot of riders that feel more comfortable if they can put their feet on the ground totally. So we have 5 options for the seat. We have a double low seat, standard seat, comfort seat, and high seat. Yeah, so plenty of variants for our customers to customize this bike to their liking. So that is it for the F900R. We'll talk about it more on the online training. Right, with us here now is the all-new F900XR. Yeah, it's BMW Motorrad's first cross sport touring adventure bike in the mid segment. So as we all know, we have the elder brother, which is the S1000XR. So this is the younger cousin, I would say. So all new design. It's a totally new bike. We never had this bike before. From the first glance, even I myself, when I first look at this bike, I got confused. Yeah, it looks so close to the S1000XR. Starting from the headlights. Yeah, so similar to the up and coming S1000XR. So you have the symmetrical headlight, no longer asymmetrical. So you have the symmetrical headlight, fully LED. And another key difference compared to the F900R, you actually have a two-tone front fender. Again, to emphasize the cross-adventure bike elements. Yeah, so you have a two-tone in terms of the fender, and you also have a two-way adjustable windshield. So this is an option. So here in Malaysia, we have spec'd this bike with the sport visor, so it's actually tinted and a lot shorter. So if you have the original visor, it's actually a lot higher, but you still would have the ability to actually make the adjustment. Yeah, all right. On the side, with the XR compared to the regular Roadster version, so you have an extra panel here. Yeah, extra panel here to emphasize the cross touring design theme of this bike. So if you look from this side, you can actually see this sharp edge toward the front, which you see very common in our dual purpose bikes, like for example the R1250GS or the 850GS. So this is again to emphasize the touring capability of this bike. The engine is similar to the F900R, similarly with the exhaust. Over here you have the luggage carrier bracket, but this is not meant for panniers. It's actually meant for soft cases only. Yeah, this carrier is not meant for your panniers, but it's only for soft luggage. And the other key difference between this bike compared to the R, the suspension in this bike, you have a lot more suspension travel. So you can do a little bit of off-road, but not really, I would say, hardcore off-roading like the GS, but yeah, some minor off-roading, going to the gravel. This bike will be able to do that with the additional suspension travel. Over here, the tank is also similar to the F900R. It's plastic welded, but with the XR, because most probably we're going to go longer distances, so this petrol tank has additional of about 2.5 liters of capacity. So you can fill up to a maximum of 15.5 liters, whereas with the R, it's only up to 13 liters. So sitting position, With the XR, obviously, it's more upright, it's more comfortable. Yeah, you can see that I'm actually quite upright. The handlebars are wider, so it's more comfortable for longer distance riding. And again, just like the F900R, if you wish to even get more upright, depending on your body physique, you can always change the handlebar riser. Yeah, the option is available from BMW Motorrad accessories. So comes with TFT screen. Again, the option to include cruise control, pro riding modes, quick shift assistant pro. All these options are available to be retrofitted onto this bike. Yep. So those are the key differences between these two bikes.